Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am 𝗨𝗶𝗴, your host with the most. I want to thank you all for being here. Today is the Fearless Friday edition, first week back for the new year. This is the first week done of the second season of the Frequency of Abundance. So for us, if you want to join us, we are over on LinkedIn. There is a free group for you there. All of the content that you see here, all of the daily captivating talks that we do every single day, you're going to find those over on the LinkedIn group. All you have to do is go LinkedIn, literally type in the Frequency of Abundance, click groups, boom, you're there. You joined us. If you wanted more in-depth, if you wanted to connect with others, if you wanted to join a private community, it's paid, but it's tens of dollars a month. And it'll give you a chance to have group coaching sessions, deep dive into your issues, have a whole group and community support you, because we believe that the tide raises all boats. So today, like every day, all 7 days, Monday to Friday, we are looking at 10 a.m. Eastern. That is when we're going to do everything from Motivational Mondays all the way to today, which is Fearless Fridays. On the weekend, I'll let you sleep in a bit longer. So I wanted to make sure that everybody has a chance to enjoy that. And here, I'll put my contact in the chat. There you go. So reach out to me if you want to come on our show. Reach out to me if you want to be a guest. Reach out to me if you want to be featured. Reach out to me if you're looking for that place where you can get exposure and visibility and more eyes on you. Let me know if you're already at the stage where you have a brand and you're looking for more visibility, credibility, more awareness. That's what we love to specialize in. I'll give you a 30-second intro about myself later. Right now, let's get to the party. And let's get the party started. Okay. Excusez-moi. Today, on Fearless Friday, we are looking at a very sexy, very personal topic. Hypnotherapy, unlocking the subconscious mind. So I'll give you a 30-second background on me, just because I think it'll add some context to this. Where I'm coming from, I got licensed as a medical hypnotherapist in 1997. So almost 30 years of doing this. Had about 15,000 people come through my hands. Wrote 2 best-selling books. One, Moments of Power, Quotes from the Wall of Wisdom, and the other one, Personal Momentum, Secrets of Self-Transformation. And in that context, I was able to focus through both of those places and really shed a deeper understanding to some of the inner workings. Not of the human mind and all those crazy things, but just in a very specific context for peak performance, for being able to get in and stay in a state of flow, the zone, whatever you want to call it, but to stay there long enough to get the 2 days worth of work done in one. And that's what I'd spent the vast majority of my life and career working on and helping others, including myself, play in that world and get there. So I wanted to share some of where that's coming from with everybody and really see if where the concepts may be different than what you internalized, maybe some of this can change and raise some of your vibration. As the host of the Frequency of Abundance, we kind of hope to get everyone into a frequency of abundance. So if this can shed some layers of skin, clothing, past beliefs that no longer are of benefit and value to you, I invite you to let them go. Let's begin. If we're going to look at hypnotherapy, if we're going to look at, let's take a look at, you got your conscious mind. That's this big one right here, because that's on at all times, right? And then within the scope of this big guy, you've got this teeny little marble in the middle. That'd be your subconscious, because that's also on all the time, but in the background. And in between the big guy and the little guy, there's this kind of like a semi-permeable membrane, if you remember your high school biology. It's kind of like this barrier, like this border, like this gate. And so there's a guard. That would be like the bulldog of your subconscious. There's a guardian to make sure that things don't just all zoop, go straight to your subconscious, because your subconscious accepts everything as fact. It's like a 5-year-old. Takes everything literally, accepts it as fact, adds a lot of ceremony, symbolism to anything that you apply a ritual to. When you ritualize something, that makes a lot of symbolism. That makes it a big deal to your subconscious, and it writes a note. This is a big deal. I want you to know that. So, in that, we'll look at a simple version of the process of manifestation. Let's imagine a house, basement, main floor, upstairs. Basement. In the basement, i.e. your subconscious, that's where everything gets recorded. Every time you think of something, every time you do something, every positive or negative emotion that you attach to any thought or activity, all gets recorded here. And so in the subconscious, everyone's just recording whatever it is you're paying attention to. Your energy goes where your attention goes, right? So if your attention goes here, and your energy goes there, then your subconscious is taking notes and paying attention. While it's doing that, it's also noticing any patterns, any habits, so to speak, that are just recurring patterns that it keeps picking up. And so in the scope of the next, let's say, 3 weeks to 4 weeks, it takes 21 to 30 days to make a new habit. Your subconscious is taking notes and going, hey, wait a minute. Janet thought about eating a Twinkie more times than not. Does that mean something? Because the subconscious just records and reports. Doesn't deliberate. Doesn't differentiate. So it doesn't know. It's not there to think about it. It's just there to record it. Someone else does the analysis. So now it takes the month of report and goes, okay, here's the things that we noticed paid tons of attention compared to anything else. Sends it up now to the main floor. Now you're on the main floor. You guessed it, the conscious. And so the conscious, you can open the door, you can look out, you see everything on the main floor, one-sided, as far as the eye can see, so to speak, right? Whatever obstacles are in front, and that's it. And so on the main floor, now you've got something that takes this and goes, I need to translate this to the next nearest physical equivalent. So if Janet is craving a Twinkie, what can I translate that into? Can I translate that into she needs more attention, affection, more admiration, more recognition? Does she need more love? What does it translate to? And that's obviously very personal. And so Janet's subconscious would have recorded that Janet wanted a Twinkie more times than not. And it'll bring it up to the main floor for the main floor to try to infer, what does that mean? What does that mean? And it looks out and it sees its limited view and says, okay, I understand what I can do. I can act on this. And the nearest physical hint is going to be, let me give her this. And so while craving a Twinkie, it tries to analyze why. And more importantly, what can I give you instead of a Twinkie that's going to be the nearest physical equivalent to the emotional reaction and desire that you have. So if you have this emotional want, what's the nearest physical equivalent of that? That's where it's coming from. So now it's got this recording, but of course it doesn't have the power to do anything. It just has a recommendation. It analyzed it. It sends it upstairs. Upstairs is like your, Carl Jung has the archetypes. So imagine a giant gathering of all the most famous intellectual, intelligent people, the most incredible people throughout history are all chilling up in your attic. And as they're chilling out there in your attic, these people are able to take this, and because they're above, the forest, they can see past the trees. And they look for what genuinely will give you the benefit that you deep down inside want, but maybe don't even know. It's not looking for nearest physical equivalent. It's not looking for a quick fix. It's not looking for where is this coming from. It's looking for what does this symbolize. It's not being Martian and trying to fix it. It's being Venusian and trying to understand it. That's about the simplest version of the process of manifestation as I can verbalize, giving you a construct of a 3-layer house with subconscious, conscious, and at the top would be, let's pretend, superconscious. The highest version of yourself, calling into will the greatest elevated evolution of yourself. That'll be a good place to start today's conversation, I think. Now, if you're new, if you just joined us in, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Frequency of Abundance. We do this every day, 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern on the weekends. Come in for captivating talks. Come in if you want to have a one-on-one. Come in if you have something to share. Know that for us, this is where my background's been for the last number of decades. And then once we came online, we wanted to keep some of that do good, be good, help others. And so at Allura Creative Agency, we put on one-of-a-kind events like leadership roundtable discussions. We put on tequila and tech talks, financial fireside chats, health, wealth, prosperity forums. You name it, specifically, whatever type of event would blow a dog whistle to your target audience, especially if they're C-suite, executives, leaders, those whales. And we hunt those whales for you. So we create a wonderful ecosystem for you, including free communities where we do events like this, paid communities for you. We put on those incredible free events. They're exclusive and invitation only, so executives love to come to those. And they want to know that you're a person of integrity as well as a person of authority. They're pretty sure you can help them. They just need to be convinced that they want it. So this always goes back to inception. The best, most powerful way to have somebody come over to your side is to have them think it was their idea all along. Now, let's go deep. Because we've been so superficial, right? Let's take a look at some concepts. This one's going to be tricky in the sense that, you normally get daily action items and this. Today's going to be a lot more tidbits, nuggets of wisdom. Today's going to be a lot more things thrown out there to see what spaghetti, is going to stick to the wall. It's not a sniper pew pew version like we normally do. So let's see what can appeal and help give you a little bit more. We'll talk about how the subconscious mind is like a fertile garden. Now, you start planting seeds of positivity, you watch them grow. You get habits, you get beliefs, they shape your life. Because, as we just talked about, your subconscious doesn't discriminate between the good or the bad seeds, the thoughts of self-doubt that you're planting, or the thoughts of self-belief that you're planting. Your mind's going to nurture them with equal care. So when we do something like medical hypnotherapy, it's going to allow you to consciously choose. Imagine that, right? It's your choice. What seeds you want to sow. So if you plant empowering beliefs that align with your goals and dreams, okay. With time and repetition, these seeds are going to grow. You're going to get deeply ingrained habits. And those habits are going to guide your decisions and obviously help shape your reality. So, fertile garden. Anything that gets planted there grows, and grows quickly. Plant good things. Next, let's see. If we look at hypnotherapy, people are like, oh, it controls your mind. Nothing can control your mind except you. I can say, picture an apple, and you can look at me and be like, no. And that's the end of it. I don't have any woolly magic powers, so no. But if you say, okay, I'll picture an apple. Oh, heck, now we can taste it, see it, smell it, touch it. We can turn it into an apple martini if you want. We can get drunk off water. And in another conversation, we'll talk about that. Because, yes, I've not only experienced it, I've been a conductive agent of it. And it's an incredible, incredible story to go through. Now, part of where that comes from is that hypnotherapy doesn't control your mind. It frees it from the chains of self-doubt and limitations. Hypnotherapy doesn't control your mind, but it'll free it from the chains of self-doubt and limitation. One of the biggest misconceptions about hypnotherapy is that you lose control. In reality, hypnotherapy, it's hyper control, it's hyper awareness. And it's about gaining mastery over your own internal dialogue, that inner voice that we all have. That's the one. So it's going to help you access the root of these limiting beliefs. They're often invisible. They're barriers that are holding you back. And your ability to go and tackle them bravely is what dissolves them. So instead of feeling stuck, you can open doors to confidence, clarity, possibility. Don't worry about it controlling your mind. Only you can do that. But this is a tool to help you do that and to step up and take control of that. Now, if you have a comment, let's pop that in the chat. There you go. If you have questions, if you want to show some love, give a thumbs up. Appreciate you. Love you. If you want to join us, go directly over to Frequency of Abundance group over on LinkedIn. Take a look at some of the action that we have. Reach out to me one-on-one if you'd like us to put on an event for you, if you'd like to have us here co-hosting with you. Hear a bit more, do a little bit more. This is the fun stuff here at the Frequency of Abundance group. So 7 days a week, we're going to be talking deep dives. Now, if we're looking at most of your daily actions, they're going to be driven by subconscious programming. The routines become the habits. And this, hypnotherapy, it's a chance to rewrite that script. Recreate your schedule. You're going to be looking at, up to 95% of all your behaviors and reactions, they're going to stem from subconscious programming. 95%. That's a lot. And the crazy part is that 95% of your behavior and your reactions are stemming from subconscious programming that developed early in life. It's not new stuff. It's not now stuff. It's not the hip, cool, chick, evolved version of you. It's the little kid, scared version of you. That one. The hurt, confused one. That one. The one that doesn't know better. That one. And if 95% of the behaviors and reactions are stemming from that one, this type of therapy, this hypnotherapy, is like an editor for a mental screenplay. So it'll allow you to pinpoint any of these outdated stories. I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed. And rewrite them with empowering narratives that drive you towards that success and fulfillment. So remember, if most of your daily actions are driven by subconscious programming, and it's old programming, let's update it. Pick and choose what you want to do for you. Now, if we're going to look at true change, that's going to happen when you stop fighting your conscious mind and you work together. Make that beautiful alignment with your subconscious. And the only way to do that is to show that both your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are in alignment with your goals. The only way to show that they are in alignment with your goals is through your actions. If your actions don't reflect that they're in alignment with your goals, this won't work. And thus we don't have true change. So for true change to happen, conscious, subconscious have to stop fighting. They have to work in alignment with your goals and your actions. When the conscious and subconscious are going to be in conflict, it's like having, one foot on the gas, the other foot on the brake. So hypnotherapy is going to create harmony. It'll align your deeper beliefs with your new current conscious intentions. And this synergy transforms effort into ease. That thing that was hard isn't. All things are difficult at first. All things are difficult until they're not. When you become a master, that's when it changes. And if you master yourself, the world really is your oyster. So that synergy is going to transform your effort into ease. It's going to allow you to move confidently towards your goals without resistance. If we look at your subconscious mind, let's pretend it holds the key to infinite possibilities. You unlock it, that's where you're going to find the strength. It's not the answers. It's the strength to transform. No one can write that story for you at the end, only you can. So going in there, knowing that it's up to you, that's the entire point. That's the area where everything that we can do comes together for you. And you feel that to yourself, in yourself, for yourself. You become almost a split personality collective of your id, ego, superego, or your conscious, subconscious, superconscious, or however you want to split yourself up into however many pieces you want to split yourself up. Infinite possibilities. So look at your subconscious as a vast reservoir of untapped potential. It's going to house creativity, intuition. It's going to give you the ability to create profound change. Using a tool like hypnotherapy, you get to unlock the reservoir. You get to access these resources, these reserves of power that empower you to overcome your challenges. Give you a chance to break free from fears. Let you really manifest whatever that vision you have for the future. Unlock that. Let's look at, and if you have any questions, by all means, pop it in the chat. Let me know. I'll take a sneak peek. See if anyone's, oh good, awesome, thank you. Okay, so yes, let's keep going. And I wanted to touch on maybe another point or two. I'll let you get back to your day, but these are the deeper thoughts. These are the deeper action items. These are the deeper ways that you get to connect and relate to yourself. If you want to have a coffee chat, obviously a virtual one, reach out to me. My contact info is in the chat. I'd love to say hi. I'd love to do a deeper dive and see how some of this can help you explore where you are right now, where you want to go. And let's pretend you weren't quite sure, where are you? It's very different. Let's say you knew exactly where you were. Let's go, okay, Natan, I know exactly where I am. I know exactly where I want to go. Awesome. That clarity is incredible. Odds are pretty good that after the 15,000 people that have come through my hands in the last 3 decades, I might be able to help get you there a little quicker. But I don't know where I want to go. No worries. Chances are I can be a lighthouse and help you see and reach that final destination there for you. Yeah, but I'm not sure where I'm starting from. My foundation changed, my life changed, my system changed, I rebranded. Well, then we need to create a new foundation to get to that new destination and help you bridge that gap to get there quicker and easier. So it doesn't matter where you're coming from. That mechanism doesn't change. And it's applicable for you with your clients. It's applicable for you with your relationships and family and self. It's the same internalization. It's part of releasing limiting beliefs. Those are not about erasing the past. It's not like, I used to love this cigarette, and now I don't love this cigarette. I'm erasing my past and all the good memories that came with it. It's giving yourself permission to outgrow it. Like a sucker or a soother that a baby no longer needs. They don't need that anymore. They've outgrown it. But I have all my best memories with that soother. I know. It's time to go make some good new memories. So the beliefs that served you once may no longer align with who you are or where you're heading. The car that brought you to the dance isn't necessarily the one that's going to bring you home. Something like hypnotherapy, it gently helps you acknowledge and release some of these outdated patterns. It's not about denial or suppression. It's about growth. So creating space for new empowering beliefs that are going to reflect what your evolving self wants and needs. It'll give you a chance to imagine your subconscious as a powerful computer. This will be like a software upgrade. You can update the things you didn't even know you needed. Kind of like fixing bugs in the background. It's beautiful. So like a computer, your mind's going to run on programs, many of which were installed a long time ago, let's say. And you probably didn't have a say in it. That's just the way you reacted and responded and recorded to the outside world. So some of these programs, they're now going to cause glitches in your confidence. They're going to cause glitches in your relationships. They're going to cause glitches in your goals, self-sabotage. This is a type of way to update that deletes those harmful scripts, installs new empowering ones, optimizes your mind for success, and basically rewrites your code. So you can have those, empowering habits. You can start with those empowering beliefs. You can use to create both your habits as a reflection. Your habits are a reflection of your inner belief system. So if you believe you're capable, you're more than likely to develop habits that are going to support your growth and success. If you believe you're not, you're not. And you'll believe that enough to create habits that'll support that you can't or you don't. Look at this experience, look at this failure, look at this past that didn't work out. Now, if you're going to work at the root, you got to reshape those beliefs so that the positive habits naturally can follow. This is going to make transformation not only possible, but sustainable. Because you're like, woohoo, I'm a new person, I've changed it all. I'm like, yes, and how long will that hold? Remember, we can do, exercise, but if you're not going to do an elevated heart rate, at least at this level, and if you're not going to hold that elevated heart rate, at least at this level, for at least this long, 20 minutes, it's not considered aerobic activity. You got all huffy and puffy and sweaty, in a sense, for nothing. The good stuff happens at aerobic activity. You have to do this to get to that. And once you get to that, that isn't when you're like, woohoo! It's like a woman that's pregnant. Congratulations, you've hit 9 months. Woohoo, you're done. You're not done. Now is when it starts. The pregnancy was the pregnancy. Now you get to be a mom. Pre-aerobic is what you did to get yourself huffy and puffy to the state that you're now actually a calorie-burning machine. And the second 20 minutes of warm-up, for lack of a better word, starts. Now is when we start the stop clock, and only now. And so it's like, I'm hot, and I'm sweaty, I'm puffy. Woohoo, I must be losing calories. I'm like, sure, 3 or 4. But now is the good stuff. Now is when 30, 40, 50, 100 calories start bleeding off real quick. And you need to sustain this. Focus on being the mother and not so much getting through the pregnancy. This is that time. So know that your personal transformation is going to begin when you trust your mind and your heart's ability to heal, to grow, to thrive beyond what you thought was possible. And your subconscious mind, it's a powerful ally. It's going to heal your past wounds. It's going to overcome fears. You'll get to embrace new possibilities. You can use things like hypnotherapy to give you a safe, supportive environment to explore, release some emotional baggage, pave the way for some growth and resilience. Giving you a chance to trust in the process is really the first step if you wanted to go towards a life of abundance and joy. And I'll leave you with the ability to know that every change that you wish to see in your life, everyone, it starts as a thought in your subconscious, like a seed. And I want you to consider nurturing it, watching it with the faith of a mustard seed. Watch it grow, and it'll manifest for you. Whatever it is you're looking for, whether it's improved health, financial abundance, more fulfilling relationships, everything's going to begin with that seed of intention, the why behind the action. So it's going to begin with that seed of intention in the subconscious. Reach out to me. I can talk to you. I can help you. I can shed some light. I can refer some friends, whatever you like. Because one of those most powerful tools is hypnotherapy. And it'll help you nourish those intentions. It's going to feed them with positivity, focus, and action. And over time, these small little shifts that you may not notice, these consistent, steady actions, they compound. And they manifest as significant, tangible changes in your life. So if there's anything I can do to help, if there's anything that you feel happy and abundant with, if there's anything that you want to share, reach out to me. I would love to say hi, personally or professionally. You've got my contact in the chat. Have some fun. Know that we are here 7 days a week on the Frequency of Abundance. Reach out on LinkedIn. Go to the Frequency of Abundance. Click groups. Come say hi. Join us in our private community. Meet some incredible people. We believe the tide raises all boats. Reach out to us and have some fun. Come on the show. Say hi. Reach out to a whole new audience. We've got about 15,000 eyes on us at all times, knowing that that comes from just my side. Let's see what you can bring to the party. Let's see who we can increase your brand awareness, increase your visibility, increase more eyes and your wider target audience on you. As founder of Allura Creative Agency, We're a rather unique public relations firm. We're both invitation only and by referral. So we'd love to say hi. We'd love to play. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got some Saturday action happening. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And I can tell you, when we look at coming from so many days and so many places, this is season 2 now. So we're going into a little bit of maturity, right? Now, when we're coming from soaring Saturdays, we're going to be building personal momentum. So we're going to talk about a 30-day transformation journey. It's going to be exciting and fun. On Sunday, we're going to be giving ourselves a little rest, restoration, getting ready, realigned for the new week coming up. So then we'll be talking about energy coaching, specifically for some elite performance and how to feel like that, do like that, be like that. Because we believe that fake it till you make it is kind of ingenuine, but act as if. I like that. I like that. That's sincere. So even if you're not feeling that vibe right now, we will show you how to act as if until it genuinely does replace. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host with the most, 𝗨𝗂𝗶ৃχ𝗴. Loving you lots. See you tomorrow. Sleep in a bit. Have some fun. Relax. I will see you for such a